What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we're going to talk about Gwenom. We are going to talk about the usefulness of Gwenom, not only in raids but in other game modes as well, some problems that we have with our kit, which T4s do you need, which ISO weight is the best one for Gwenom at low stars, and this is going to be useful at low stars in raids, which is the main game mode she was designed for. We're going to break down all that information in this video, and as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure to share the video with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash the like button like a boss. Okay, so Gwenom, she's a hero city bio brawler, she's Spider-Verse, she's symbiote, she's hive mind, so she has a bunch of tags that make her quite versatile. You can pair it up with web warriors, you can pair it up with tangled web, you can pair it up with all kinds of symbiotes just based on the tags alone. For the raid team, we want to pair it up, of course, with hive mind, which we have different characters like Carnage, Venom, symbiote Surfer, which we call Void Knight, and we also have Gwenom. In the future, we are also going to have Red Goblin, which we don't know yet what is going to be his kit or so, but we can already make some conclusions about Gwenom and the usefulness for her. So first off, we have to talk about her speed, which is not the best speed, especially on this team. 120 is usually kind of slow, and the team gets speed up on spawn, and this is going to limit the way you want to play with this character, and the fact that we have that situation is quite problematic. I have to break down this because it's very important. So with the hive mind team, Void Knight and Gwenom, Void Knight actually it works in a way that Gwenom does not work properly, which is very strange that Scopely developed the character in this way. But when you pair up Void Knight with Gwenom, Void Knight, because of his passive, is going to generate 2 ability energy to hive mind allies, and this is going to be for Gwenom. That means that Gwenom is going to use her ultimate first, and you definitely don't want her to use her ultimate first. So I'm not exactly sure why the developers developed this character in this way, because doing her ultimate is terrible. It's really terrible. We tested it out in raids and it's just absolute trash. So I'm not sure why the developers designed the character in this way. So what you want to do always is the special, and the special is an ability that you want to apply the T4 to, because in raids Gwenom, she's going to spread all positive effects on her, and many times she's going to have evade, defense up, offense up, she's going to have speed up, especially because she goes after Carnage, after Void Knight, so she can spread the speed up that she has for other characters as well. So this C4 is quite important, and this is always the ability that you want to do first. It's a special of Gwenom, not her ultimate. So this character might cause some problems when you are using it in raids, because you cannot sim it properly, because once again she has to do the special rather than ultimate. Now with the ultimate, she's going to apply barrier to hive mind characters, but also to Spider-Verse characters, and this is quite nice. But let's be honest, at 2 yellow stars and 2 red stars, the amount of barrier that she provides to her allies is quite meaningless. So this is definitely a T4 that you should skip. Then we have the passive, and the passive is very important. But I'm gonna tell you right now, the passive is bugged. So you can see right here on the first line, when this character or a hive mind ally drops below 50% health, apply 2 evades to that character. This is actually not true. She applies evades only to herself. So we tested this character in raids, and the enemies attacked Carnage, and she gave evades only to herself. So whenever a symbiote would drop below 50, the evades would always go to her, which is a good thing, right? It's a good thing because she can spread those evades to other characters as well with her special. And speaking of her special, it has a cooldown of 4 energy. So it's going to be important for you to use this ability as often as you can. And for that, if you have your Gwenom with the Striker ISO 8, the basic is going to allow her to get more energy, and the Striker ISO 8 is also going to allow her to get more energy. Now, this is independent of the T4, so you don't need the T4 to get more energy with ISO 8. But if you decide to apply the T4 on the basic, you're going to be able to do a little bit more damage directly and a little bit more damage with the bleeds as well, but it's definitely a T4 that I do not recommend. So if you want to get the most value out of your T4s for Gwenom, you should definitely do the special and the passive and skip the other T4s because they don't really matter. And then you want to make sure that you make her a striker so you can get as much energy as possible. And this is going to make the flow of battle with the symbiotes feel very, very good. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Now, in terms of gear, you don't have to gear up her quite a lot. They changed the item that requires from Alien Spores to Oz Formula, but I'm not sure if it even matters, because she works very well at gear tier 15. That's it. You don't have to take her beyond gear tier 15. She works just fine at this level, but you have to make sure that you put her at ISO 8 Blue level 4. Otherwise, it's not going to work so well because it's one of the requirements for the raids. And that's pretty much it when it comes to building up Gwenom. Now we're going to take a look quickly at the gameplay that we have with her in raids and see her in action, which is pretty decent. You can see a little bit of the flow of battle. We're going to have more details about this in the near future, a more complete video. I'm going to slow it just a little bit just to make sure that you have time to appreciate the animations. So you can see right here, we're going to use the ultimate. It attacks everyone, it applies offense down to everyone. You can see the amount of bleeds that we have with our characters is just amazing. Here, yes, of course, we are using Super Scroll because it's necessary to have this combination of characters, and we still don't know what the Red Goblin does, but you can see the combination of Gwenom with other characters is quite great. You can see once again our special spreading those positive effects to all the symbiotes, and then we have Venom also spreading negative effects to the other symbiotes. So it's quite good. We have Gwenom spreading the positive effects and Venom spreading the negative effects. Now we have to mention that for you to have this team as efficient as possible, once again you should really use these characters as you should really use Gwenpool or Gwenom as a striker, because she needs to give that extra energy. You'll see that with Venom, it takes so many turns, but the extra energy you give to him is just absolutely amazing. Okay, so you're able to delete that nemesis on the enemy side. Then we are going to use, you can see we have the stun and special once again with Gwenom. It's so satisfying to use this character in raids. And then once again, we just did the ultimate of Venom, and we are doing it once again. It all comes down to the Striker ISO 8 on Gwenom, and I'm gonna tell you, from my experience, she really does not need the Skirmisher ISO 8. She has a decent amount of focus that allows her to spread those negative effects quite well. Okay, so that's her in raids. So as you guys can see, pretty decent, pretty exciting to play with her, a lot of fun. I'm gonna tell you, it's definitely one of the most fun teams you can play right now in raids. But that's when the good part ends. Outside of raids, the Hive Mind team and especially Gwenom are not that great, absolutely not great. So the special is still going to apply the stun to the enemies. The problem is that at 120 speed, Gwenom is quite slow, and if you want to get these characters to anywhere near usefulness, like if you want to get any value out of these characters, you have to pair them up or with Super Scroll or with Apocalypse, because otherwise they are not going to get any value in those other PvP game modes. Then we have the fact that also the special of Gwenom outside of raids does not spread any positive effects. so she's not going to increase the survivability of your symbiotes. And that's quite a shame, because they would definitely need, especially characters like Venom that are even slower than her, and it takes some time to get going as well. And with the ultimate, it doesn't do much. That stun that we can do in raids does not work outside of raids, so she's once again limited to do just the basic damage that most abilities do. And in terms of the other abilities, once again, the evades, it seems like it's not working. It says that applies evades to the other characters. Is just not true. It only applies evades to herself, and that greatly compromises the survivability of the Hive Mind team anywhere. It's not only the raids, it's not only in Alliance Wars, it's literally anywhere. She's not able to apply the evades to anyone except herself. And once again, outside of raids, she's not going to be able to spread those evades. Then we also have the fact that she's going to be very small, and when characters are very small, if they don't have the speed advantage, it's pretty much game over for them. Now, in terms of other game modes like Dark Dimension, is this a character that you should take to Dark Dimension? The answer is maybe. So you can take a look that the amount of minion uniques that she requires is medium, right? She requires 3 sets of minion uniques, and she also requires the Oz formula. And because you can pair it up with the Spider-Verse characters, you can see right here, applying offense up and defense up, this means that you can pair it up with characters like Sinister Six, right? We have Sinister Six characters that are must-have for Dark Dimension, like Vulture, like Raven, like Lizard. So pairing it up with them would be quite nice. So if you are a new player, if you are still going through Dark Dimension 4, Dark Dimension 5, Dark Dimension 6, or even Dark Dimension 7 in the future, this could be a character that you could consider gearing up for that specific scenario, in case that you feel like you're gonna get value out of her. But I would definitely wait and see what's gonna be the kit of Red Goblin like, because we don't know for sure if he's gonna be cheap, if he's gonna be way better than her. And if that's the case, you should definitely prioritize Red Goblin, as the rumors say that he's going to be one of the best plug and play characters, to the same degree as Kang the Conqueror, which is one of the best characters in the game. So that would be quite amazing. So the best thing you can do for now is to gear up your Gwenom to gear tier 15, and just let her sit there, and don't waste way too many T4s because they are not necessary, and keep her at the bare minimum for now, and wait for more information in the future. So that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed some breakdown of Gwenom, all the things that you need to know. If you need more information about Gwenom, check out my live streams. I am always answering questions about anything Marvel Strike Force related. And if you need additional information beyond that, check out my Discord. The link will be in the description. You can always tag me, and I will reply as fast as I can. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.